might not be, you know, you might have made a funny sound with Ed, for example, or with Matthias. That might not relate, you might not use it in your final piece, or it might not relate to your final piece, but the point is it's a valuable piece of evidence that you've actually learned something. And that you will be using that technique or that skill at a later date, even if it's in a different form. So it doesn't have to be literal. It doesn't, you know, the assessment evidence doesn't have to be so neatly tied into your project. Some bits will be, some bits won't be. You know, a conversation down the pub, which you've discussed in your blog, that might be a key turning point in your project because you've understood something quite fundamental in the way that you're working.
Do you expect us to have to write lots of extra blog posts in?
No, but I would say that if you feel there's something missing, once you start gathering your evidence, once you start collating what you've got, you might sort of think, well, actually this was a really important, there's something that was really important in the progression of my project, but I've not actually mentioned it in my blog. It wouldn't be a problem to put a blog entry in saying, this is something that happened and it was really important, and it's only now I've realised I've not actually put it in, and you know, just be open with it. I mean, you know, we're not here to kind of, you know, it's not like a school exam where you're getting things right or getting things wrong. It's just telling us what you want it to be and how you want it, you know, what you want us to understand about your work and your thinking. And you know, the way I practice, the way I work is pretty much the same way as the way all you guys do. I mean, I kind of do things and then, you know, 3 months later I suddenly remember, oh yeah, that was kind of really interesting, and then apply it to something. So I might not necessarily put it down or which is bad practice really. You should put it down. Because in 3 months time you are going to forget. So the more you can record as you do it, it's actually better. So I kind of thinking that might help you. You know, it might be that it just confuses you completely. But I would, you've got the assessment evidence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of assessment evidence, and you've got 6 learning outcomes.
I think we've got 5 pieces of assessment evidence.
Because these are the key things which you've got to have within your assessment. But your assessment evidence might be things that we just discussed, but things that are, well, the presentation of the project proposal, creative practice including research portfolio presented exhibited at your point of view.
Okay.
So they're all core things that you've done.
What's the third? What was the other one?
The essay. The research portfolio, reflective journals, you know, blog, and practical work. So they're the core things.
Cool.
But under each one of those, you might say, right, okay, practical work. Present it according to your proposal and present it professionally as part of an exhibition. So forget the professionally part of an exhibition. You know, that was kind of, it was really, I don't know what I was thinking on that one, but it kind of...
you probably assumed that there was going to be an exhibition at the midpoint of the year.
Yeah.
We did have an exhibition.
Yeah, exactly. Also, well, you had the exhibition down the road, but you also showed pieces of work.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. I mean, I don't know. I think it was really cocky that way, but...
You should doubt, play Malin.
Well, exactly, yeah. But I mean, well, it's a sort of crazy thing, because it's not, how can you know, that suggests that it should be the end of the year. And I think that's what it is. Practical work resolved according to your proposal and presented to the part of the final exhibition, so it's the end of unit 2 as well.
Yeah.
I think it shouldn't be in this stuff.
Everybody's had an opportunity to exhibit things, haven't they?
Yeah. It's about kind of exhibiting work. Yeah, but you did.
You did it in the gallery, in the corridor shows.
Yeah, in the corridor.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think also you could argue that within digital environment, actually exhibiting some kind of work within the blog environment.
Yeah.
public exhibition, it's a public blog.
Attendance, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
No,
you know,
okay,
it's
okay.
a track, learning assessment evidence, you know,
Mm.
it's Unit 2 assessment evidence included in Unit 1, and,
Yeah.
you know, when we're told to put an exhibition together with midpoint of view, then we're told, oh no, you don't do that, you just have it in the studio.
Yeah. What we, in terms of the actual handing, what, is there anything that needs,
If you've got physical work, hand that in, and we will look at it. Obviously we don't want too much of it, because the idea is that we want as much of it on the blog
Mhm.
environment as we can. I would say that, but if you have got kind of drawings, paintings, physical things that you might have done that you want, that you think are very valuable and important, including if you've got sketchbooks, notebooks, put them in. But if you've got sketchbooks and notebooks, highlight pages that are relevant, so I don't know, put tabs in it or something, so that we go to the areas that are relevant, because, you know, if you imagine we get, in the past we've been handed
Yeah.
2-3 sketchbooks off each person, you know, 10 people, that's 30 sketchbooks. We can't look at it, it's just physically impossible.
yeah.
So again, make sure it's curated and it ties into what you've got in your blog. But I would say that it's best to try and evidence as much as you can within the blog. But that's not to say that it's wrong to not evidence things in the blog and evidence it physically. You can do that, you know, it's really not a problem. As long as it's clearly labelled and clearly marked and understood.
Cool. And what about the work on the blog? Is that, should we have, how do you want us to arrange it? Do you want us to have one posting that's got all the work we're submitting?
Yeah, what I would suggest is that you generate a page